What is up, Heffas and friends? Welcome to another episode of Java and Journeys with Jillian. If you're new here to this channel, hey, how are you? And y'all, welcome to another caffeinated adventure. Now, y'all, I am not ashamed to admit that I was literally at Luck Coffee Bodega this morning. Your girl had to get her hair done. The braids had to come out. It was just that time. And we have a fresh new due in, and they are closing at 3 o'clock today. And y'all, that's like in 20 minutes, so I hope these people don't cuss me out. I'm gonna get my coffee to go, but I wanna go ahead and show you what Easy Luck looks like from, I keep saying, yes, Easy Luck Coffee, y'all. Let's go ahead and head on in. Hi. And friends, here is the menu in case you are curious. And I went ahead and got the flash brewed iced coffee because it is super hot outside, but it's a small batch coffee bean, and it's a Japanese method where the coffee is flash chilled, which makes it that much more flavorful. And they also have some bites here in case you want to get your munch on. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of the coffee beans you can purchase. And y'all, they just have like a variety of different types of Brazilian, Kenyan, Colombian coffee all across. So literally, to all my coffee loving heifers out there, there is something for everyone to feed your Java loving needs. And then also we have the shirts here, and because it is a bodega style coffee shop, you have all these options of drinks here. Oh my gosh, y'all, you know I love me some liquid dads. And I also see some things I have never seen before behind the cooler here. But there's just so many options. And what I think is truly unique about Easy Luck Coffee and Bodega is, y'all, this is just such a great spot if you want to chill. It's very bright, it's very airy, and they also have a combination where you have the coffee shop here and then the banned books section, which I also think is really impressive and cool. So all of the commonly banned controversial texts that are written by our favorite LGBTQIA authors, any like queer gender studies, anything like that, I think is so awesome. And what a cool concept to show and highlight different authors that are commonly banned just because of their greatness and who they are and what they're writing about. But you see right here, book burn, cafe, and social. So it's a combination where you get that bodega, coffee style. You have your merch here. And again, this is on the burn book side, but you have all this great literature right here that you can come check out if you find yourself near the downtown Orlando area. Now y'all, I have my cold brew here. Cheers. Y'all, this tastes so flavorful. You don't need, if you love your coffee, your cold brews, black, strong, this is so delicious. I've actually never had a cold brew quite like this. It tastes fruity. It's smooth. It's not bitter. This is so refreshing for the summer. And y'all, I'm going to see if I want to purchase any of these coffee beans. So you all know I am indecisive as hell. So I just need a moment, Heffas. Something unique. Y'all, check out this coffee. So this is called the Future, and it says it's fruit forward and it's very summer centric, and it's going to be a combination of coffee that tastes like your favorite gas station slushies. So you are hit with that flavor of blue raspberry, cherry popsicle, lemon, and peach. And I'm like, what? Like, this sounds so wild. And y'all, I'm so nervous because this is $31, so she ain't cheap. But y'all, I am so intrigued. I've never had a coffee taste like this. So should we risk it for the biscuit? What do y'all think? I think I may get it because part of me is like, it's like, it can't possibly be good. That's what I'm saying in my head, but I'm like, it's $31. It's small batch coffee. Like, surely it has to be good, but it can't be, right? I don't know, y'all. I may go ahead and peep that out because it's the wildest thing I've seen across the show. Now, y'all, before we head over to Stasios, I wanted to show you around the other side of the building where Easy Luck Coffee and Bodega is located, as well as Burn Books, in case you are interested in also popping over, getting yourself a little bit of brew and reading some literature. But parking here is a little bit limited. Now, they close at 3 o'clock on Mondays, but they're open at 7 a.m. generally. And then they also typically throughout the rest of the week stay open until 6, but always check the hours. But you see the view from out here in that beautiful Phoenix rising. But I wanted to give you all, because this is very unassuming if you didn't know what to look for, just so you have an idea of what the spot looks like. So you have some outdoor seating, you have limited parking around the side of the building, and one entrance here. And just keep in mind that Book Burn and Easy Coffee, same building. So you can enter in through this direction. You can also enter in where we came in from, because we parked at the front of this building and hit up the door here. So I wanted to give you all that idea so that way you know how to find Easy Luck Coffee and it doesn't feel like you're lost, because y'all, literally, here's the road right here. So it is very unassuming. Y'all, they're about to close in like 5 minutes. I wanted to tell you real talk. So I came out here to Easy Luck Coffee before I went into my hair appointment early this morning. And I wasn't sure what to make of it. And I wasn't even sure I was going to record. So I took some footage because I was like, well, if it's really good, I'm definitely going to give them their props. But who knows, right? Because it's coffee, it's bodega. This feels like a random building. I don't know what to expect, though they had good reviews online. Y'all, I got a flat white. When I tell you it is the best flat white I have had, period. And you know that says a lot as a girly who lived in the Pacific Northwest, the birthplace to me of coffee, the birthplace of Starbucks, the birthplace of that good Java. People take their coffee very seriously in the Pacific Northwest, so don't play yourself. If you ever go to Seattle or Portland, y'all, that was like the best flat white. It has to go on the list as, if not the best, one of the best. And you all know, typically I gravitate toward flavorful lattes. Typically, I don't oftentimes get the flat white. But I was just like, you know what? I want a small, like, strong coffee with a lot of like that espresso power, a little bit of milk. It was so creamy. It was delicious. I did not have to add any sugar. Y'all, just like our cold brew here, I like no sugar needed. And like I said, this coffee bean they used for this is wild. This is like, I taste the fruit. It doesn't taste bitter. This is perfect for the summer. Y'all, I can't. And we have our coffee beans, which the barista told me this is really good. She was like, listen, this is for the straight up coffee lover. She was like, this is delicious. And I'm like, okay. So I am looking forward to trying this out and seeing how this tastes in all types of variety, which y'all, this like, it occurred to me earlier today because I was thinking about Alpha, my little Elphaba. For those of y'all who are unfamiliar, Elphaba is what I call my coffee machine, the emerald and gold goddess herself. I need to start switching it up because typically I've been using Elphaba more for just like really good, robust drip coffees. I'm like, I need to try out my coffee beans and make lattes and macchiatos and just all sorts of crazy drinks because it's there for that. It's capable of doing it. And so I am curious how this is going to turn out. So y'all, I will keep you posted if I have so many coffee beans friends at home. So hopefully I get to that one while we're still in the summer season. But y'all, like the best flat white ever, I am telling you. So if you find yourself in Orlando, and especially if you are here, whether it's visiting or whether you're a local, if you are visiting and you have a rental car, because y'all, there's no way else you're going to be able to make it out here. The public transit is not the greatest here in Central Florida. So if you don't have a car, it may be one of those situations where you either rent a car, or if you happen to have a good Judy, aka good friend, who could pick you up something while you're over here, if they happen to live in the downtown Orlando area, because it is a little bit of a pain, I'm not gonna lie, to get out here if you don't already live adjacent to downtown Orlando. So like, for example, Winter Park is a very popular neighborhood that comes to mind. I live in the Winter Garden area, which is a suburb of Orlando. So it takes me, with traffic, a good 40 minutes to get out here. But because I was getting my hair done, y'all, how are you feeling about the curls? I love it. I wanted something tight because as this look ages, it's going to get more and more full. So y'all, I need something to hold up because I am going to DreamCon. I will be in Houston. At the time of this recording, I will be in Texas later on this week. So I cannot wait to go to DreamCon, and I wanted something that was like low maintenance, low fuss. I don't have to put a bunch of product in this. Y'all, she's done. And I am so excited about DreamCon. But anyway, y'all, I rambled enough. Let's go ahead and get over to Stasios to get our Italian sandwich on. Friends, we have just pulled up to Stasios. Now, literally, this is how your girl is hooking you up. You can go to Luck Coffee, which is literally right around the corner from Stasios, and then head over and get your Italian sandwich on. Let's go in and check out Stasios together. And this is the middle of the afternoon. There is parking around the front of Stasios, and you'll see over across the way there's parking around the corner because there are businesses around this building. So you have some options here. Now, I did read before coming over that seating is very limited. So you have some tables outside, a few. Oh no, y'all, they're closed. Oh, wow. Okay. That's really nice, though. Oh, that's unfortunate. The co-producer is going to be sad. Y'all, I had no idea they were closed. I should have known because I've heard this place is typically pretty busy. And I was like, oh, it's probably mid-afternoon. That's why it's the lull. But good for them for taking some time off. Oh, y'all, that is a bummer. Okay, well, I am going to let the co-producer know. So y'all, I am actually going to wrap it up there because I was really looking forward to Stasios. Okay, let me actually look and see if there's any other place that looks interesting to grab a bite to take home. Hold, please.
A few moments later.
Heffas fam, so we are going to try another sandwich spot. So part of the reason why I also picked out Stasios is because they also have coffee, considering that they are a deli and a market. And I was like, okay, we're gonna get our coffee on, maybe do another round number 3, and get our Italian sandwich. However, we'll go ahead, since they are closed for the July 4th break, we'll head over to Bad A Sandwiches. Now, I've already looked at the menu. I contacted my co-producer, who is a big sandwich person, and we've already picked out what sandwiches we want. So I'm gonna let you all know what we're gonna get. So we're gonna try a sandwich called the Medusa. Heffas fam, that is going to have house roasted turkey, bacon, lettuce, tomatoes, pickled onions, Gouda, and this Kalamata olive cream. I have never had anything with Kalamata olive cream, so I am curious to try that out. Another sandwich we're going to go ahead and get is the Black Knight. So that is going to have ribeye, tater tots, bacon, a fried egg, cheddar, caramelized onions in a black garlic mayo. Now, something to note are that a lot of the meats featured with Bad A sandwiches are house roasted. A lot of their sauces are made in-house. So I am super excited to try that out. So yeah, y'all, another sandwich that almost made the cut, but we decided to pass on it. And I just want to shout it out. Y'all, the Ninja, which sounds so good. It's a soy glazed crispy pork belly with Asian slaw, cilantro, and a spicy miso lime aioli. I'm like, oh my God, that sounds good. The Django sounds good. Again, the house roasted ribeye, and y'all, they're hooking it up with a smoked cheddar pimento cheese, caramelized onion, and a honey horseradish sauce. Now, I decided to pass on that and veto it because I'm not the biggest pimento cheese person, which is strange to be from the South and not love pimento cheese. I've never loved pimento cheese. It's not in it for me. So I had to skip over that one. But I'll tell you that Bad A's has a wide variety of sandwiches. They are going to be closing at 5 o'clock today. It's close to 3:30, so I'm going to go ahead and head over there and get our sandwiches. Literally, Bad A's Sandwiches is located just a couple of blocks up from Stasios Deli, Italian Deli, and Market. So we're going to go ahead, head on in. I love the logo on the side of the building, and it looks like that is an employees only entrance. So we're going to go around to the side, Heffas fam. And as you can see, some seating out here. Let's head on in, y'all. And friends, look at how awesome Bad A Sandwiches looks on the inside. It's such a vibe. And I am super excited to try out the sandwiches. And also, just pro tip is that you can come here not only just for sandwiches, but you can also get the burger. So you'll see the full menu featured right on the wall. And then you'll see all the burgers featured here at the bottom. And y'all, I cannot wait to try this out because again, Bad A's has great reviews online and literally everything is centrally located. So I'm so excited that we're able to get our coffee on and that we're able to just come over here and have another option for a good sandwich. So although I don't know that I would consider Orlando to be like the culinary capital of the world, I will say, as someone who has lived here for a few years, downtown Orlando has some really good eats and also interesting spots to try out. So if you happen to miss some of my other videos where we go over to Mills Market, for example, check that out. That's in the area. There's a lot of good spots. And y'all, I have barely scratched the surface because so much of my content, for those of you all who have been following me, are around not only just the experience at some Orlando cafes and restaurants, a lot of it just because of the proximity of where I live. It's also our favorite theme parks, right? But when there are these opportunities for me to actually get out of that theme park bubble and go out and visit other places like here or Yellow Dog Eats, I want to take advantage of those opportunities. And I'm like, why not? Because we were getting our hair did, and I'm like, we got to go ahead and get our coffee and some good eats on. So right now we're just waiting for our sandwiches to come out, and then we're just going to take that home and give them a try. Y'all, we have our sandwiches. And I also want to give a shout out, if I have not already mentioned this, y'all, they're chips, house made, fresh, every morning. I'm so excited about that. And my girl hooked us up with some house-made ranch dressing. How about that for those of you all that are a part of European Heffas fam here visiting for the World Cup? I know you're trying to get your ranch dressing on, girl. So make sure you get some TSA compliant ranch bottles that you could take through, or hopefully the airport you're traveling out of has some ranch that you could take home, or simply check some in your bag. But y'all, I like house-made ranch dressing. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So let's go ahead and get home so we can tuck into our sandwiches. Friends, we have made it back home and just in time because as such is life, living in Central Florida in the summer, there is a massive storm that's coming through. So I'm so thankful I made it home safely and with some good food in tow. So let's go ahead and look at our sandwiches. So this is the Medusa. You probably see that Gouda cheese. You see the veggies. I cannot wait to get into this. And again, the chips are all house made. And we have our house made ranch here. And so the staff member was telling me, I think I mentioned this to you all before I came back home, is that she was like, listen, what you have to do is dip the chips in the ranch. And I'm like, say less. say less. I'm not typically the biggest ranch person, but the fact that this is house made, I am looking forward to trying this out. We also have the Black Knight sandwich here. You have that egg, and y'all, part of the egg is coming out because I tried to flip over the sandwich like a fool. But y'all, look at how packed this is with meat. It's still very hot. Even though I live a bit further away from downtown, the sandwich, I was like, this is amazing that it still has heat to it. And of course, those house-made chips. So let's go ahead and try all of this out. Y'all, my mouth is watering. I am so hungry. This is literally the first solid meal I've had today. Okay, the ranch dressing smells so good, y'all. Look at the inside of that. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, here's our dipped ranch chip. That is delicious. You're gonna love that. My co-producer loves ranch dressing. You know, there's nothing like homemade dressing, especially when it's made right. I love the consistency. This is a thicker dressing. Perfect for dipping your chips in or even your sandwich. Okay, big A's, like y'all are doing your big one. I can't even stop. This is dangerous. I wish you had not introduced me to this. How dare you? How dare you give me a reason to come back? All right, that's worth doing some extra steps on the Peloton. That is so good. Now let's go ahead and get into our Medusa. I'm like, ooh, where do I want to start? I'm just gonna jump right in. I can't. This is good, y'all. This is a solid sandwich. And I tell you what I was worried about with this sandwich is the Kalamata, blah, blah, blah. Y'all, the thing that I was most worried about with this sandwich was the Katamala olive spread. I just wasn't sure if it was going to be too olivey, like if the olive was going to overpower the whole sandwich. This is perfect, y'all. And the Medusa sandwich, just to let you know, is a cold sandwich. Y'all, I can't. The spread is delicious. If they did not put that spread on the sandwich, it doesn't mean the sandwich would be bad. It would just be a basic ass turkey sandwich. There is nothing basic about Bad A's Medusa sandwich. That spread really adds another element, another dimension to it. I can. And also, let me show you again, in case you missed this. Look at how much meat is in this sandwich, babe. Look at this. And y'all, the sandwich itself, the portion is large. Now, could you split it with someone? You can, but the question is, do you want to? I don't. I absolutely don't. I don't know what I'm going to be able to tell my co-producer. I'll let him have a bite. I'll be generous. Now, I want to switch gears and try the Black Knight sandwich. And again, like, the meat is all here. Like, it's insane. Oh my goodness. Okay, y'all. And I'm trying to do this with one hand. Let's see. I'm going to actually, okay, let's see if we could do it this way, y'all. Okay, y'all, I have freed my hands now. I'm doing this the hard way. Okay, I'm trying to keep the egg in here. Let's give this a bite. whoever is responsible for the spreads and the dressings, give that person a raise. The black garlic aioli is fire on this. And again, I was worried because I just wasn't sure. I was like, this sandwich sounds like it's doing the most. Y'all, it isn't. This is the tater tots, the bacon. The ribeye. Y'all, the ribeye is not dry. It's not super thick, because that was something else I was worried about. Is it going to be too thick to where it's going to be very chewy? You're not going to be able to really enjoy the sandwich. It's cut very well. And on my way out, one of the staff members were like, oh, we hope to see you again. I was like, I have faith, because again, y'all, Bad A's has really great reviews online. Otherwise, I would not have even tried it. But as soon as I saw them as another sandwich alternative, oh, that's so good. That is delicious. I was like, why not? Because again, I live a bit further away, still very much in driving distance, but it's harder for me to get downtown during the weekday, especially because of my work. So when I get the opportunity to go downtown either on the weekends or because I have an appointment or an errand to run, depending on the time of day, I'm like, that's it, because there's so many good eats. So if you find yourself in Orlando and you are a sandwich lover, you have to go buy Bad A's. You have to. You will not be disappointed. And this is me taking the food home and trying after it's been sitting in the wrapper for a minute, because again, it takes me about 40 minutes to get home because of the traffic. This is still very delicious. So I can only imagine if I would have ate it right then and there. Like, y'all, this would have been everything for me. So I'm sorry, I have to let you go so I can finish my sandwich, and we'll wrap up here in just a second. Heffa fam, so the sandwiches have been put away. I am so excited that I have leftovers, and shout out again to Bad A's. And I've been saying Bad A's. I was looking at the business card, because you all know your girl sometimes can be a bit slow, and I was like, oh, I think it's Bad A's, and I know it's supposed to be like badass, but you know. So whether it is Bad A's, Bad A's, I just say Bad A's because for those of you all who are followers of me, you know that I will sometimes cuss in short form. And so I'm like, these Bad A kids. So I just read it in my head, processed it as Bad A's, but whether it's Bad A's or Bad A's, truly the sandwiches are badass. I highly recommend, you know how we like to rank things out of Heffas over here, out of 5 Heffas. I would definitely give both of my sandwiches a 4 out of 5 Heffas. Y'all, it was so good and massive. Like I said before, could you split the sandwiches? Yes. Do you want to? I will leave that up to you. Also, shout out to having some of the best coffee that I've had in Orlando. Going over to Luck Coffee, I truly was able to start my day on a caffeinated note with that flat white, and then rounding it out again with that iced coffee. Everything was so delicious, and I also cannot wait to get into my coffee beans. So again, when we rank things out of Heffas, y'all, that flat white was a 5 out of 5, like period, point blank, period. I would say my iced coffee, I would give that a 4 out of 5 Heffas. It was just so flavorful, didn't taste bitter. It's must recommend. So shout out Orlando, the city of Orlando, truly doing its big one for me on this day. Y'all, have you subscribed? Have you liked? Have you shared? Join Heffa Nation and stay up to date with all of my caffeinated shenanigans and adventures. Until the next one, I'll catch you soon, Heffas. Bye.